Hello, High Esoterica viewers. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for the energies of December. This will be part 1 for the energies of the collective, and I'll be using the Force of Enchantment Tarot by Lunaea Weatherstone and illustrated by Mirella Allwood. I set the intention for a clear reading for the energies affecting all of the collective for the first part of December 2025. What is happening in that first week of December? 1, 2, 3, 4. How does that first week end? This one popped up face up. This one also popped up face up. All right, for the second week of December, how does that second week begin? How does that energy? Okay. Another 4 cards. How does the second week of December end? Oh, and it did give me a couple cards. All right, let's see what we got. If you are new to my channel, I always read the definitions given by the author, explaining their choice of the illustration, working with the illustrator, and then I will give any other messages from the cards and any channeled messages that come through in the reading. Different decks and different artists and different authors, they always put their own energy into each card. We all have different friends with different personalities, so every deck has its own unique little personality to share and give insights into whatever comes up in the tarot reading. And because this is an energetic reading for the entire collective, this is kind of like a weather report, basically, for the first 2 weeks of the energies that are going to be coming in and affecting all of us. But you can easily apply each of these energies into any area of your life, into your love life, relationships, your career, anything. It's just basically the currents of energy that are going to be influencing all of us, and it will affect each of us differently. Whether you see cards upright or reversed, depending on how you feel, you can attract either the positive or the negative aspects of any of the tarot cards. It's just a general reading of basically the energies that are just coming in, and they will come in with both positive and negative aspects. But it's really up to you and each of us to channel these energies to benefit ourselves and our life, or to just allow them to push you and pull you into whatever directions it wants to go. But don't live your life on default. Just make yourself aware of what energies are out there and how you can harness them. Just because of the placement of the cards, and this is the first week of December and the second week of December, energy moves at its own pace. Sometimes it comes in fast, sometimes it comes in slow, sometimes it lingers beyond its position. So that's kind of all we can do, is prepare ourselves knowing what could be influencing the entire collective and how it's going to influence each of us. So here we go, beginning our first week of December with the energies of the Seeker of Boons. The Seeker of Boons has set out on a treasure hunt to a part of the forest where, rumor has it, precious gemstones can be found. She takes her time, searching carefully and methodically. Her quests are well planned, and she always wears her trusty belt of tools and good stout boots. The ground here is thick with gnarled roots, so she needs to move slowly. But that's what she likes best anyway. If this card doesn't represent a particular person, it can mean a need to slow down and pay attention to details, else you miss something important. It can also offer reassurance that even though a desired outcome hasn't arrived yet, you're on the right track. Character traits for Seeker of Boons: good humor, steadiness, dependability, practical and patient, earthy, adventurous in a modest way. The shadow traits of the Seeker of Boons: a warrior, takes on too much, stuck in old habits, can be a bit plodding. In the next energy, it's the Weaver of Challenges. The Weaver of Challenges makes your quest harder. Not necessarily from malice, though don't rule that out. More likely, it is for your own growth or to prove your worth. She sets a puzzle or task that requires your wits and intelligence rather than brute force. Like the wall of magical thorns she raises to block your way. The white raven is her closest advisor, offering her the kind of detached objectivity she appreciates. She speaks her mind and provides needed clarity, often saying things others fear to say. She is fearless. If this card does not represent a particular person, it can signify a cynicism about personal relationships, a barrier being raised against you, or a time when uncomfortable truths need to be spoken. Her character traits: intelligent, sharp, quick-witted, cool, discerning, witty, powerful, very powerful, brilliant, shrewd, attention to detail, self-esteem, discipline. The shadow traits: cold, emotionally withdrawn, overly critical, sarcastic, touchy, unhappiness disguised as aloofness, bitter, grief. Wow. In a traditional tarot deck, the Weaver is the Queens, and of challenges would be the Swords. The Queen of Swords is master of the intellect. So very smart, but may come off as a little cold because she's just speaking without filters often. Just be aware if that's you, especially in the situation that you might be in, or if you come across an individual like that. Just know that there's a reason that you might need to hear a truth and not have it colored in a way that won't be helpful to you. Sometimes you just need the answers right away, and then you can course correct. And, we all need people like that in our lives sometimes to help us to see clearly in life. On the world stage, this could be information that's coming in fast. It might be just hard truth and everybody needs to process it in their own way. Wow. The Seeker, though, before that, we had this Knight of Pentacles coming in, the Seeker of Boons, and she's taking her time and she's figuring her things out. What she knows what she's looking for, and she's going after it, and she's taking her time. And then here comes this Weaver of Challenges, and she's bringing in information, and it's a lot of it, and it might be prickly because there's a lot of thorns here, but there's also these beautiful roses, so there'll be gems in there. Think of her as maybe coming in and being a lot of lessons or a lot of information, and it's really going to be growth ultimately for all of us. For all of us. Okay, in this next energy coming in, it's the Wise Woman, and she is a Major Arcana card. Major Arcana cards have an overarching theme. They're going to be more influential over all of us. Whereas the Minor Arcana cards, like these two, they are more of the day-to-day kind of energies. So let's see what the Wise Woman has for us. At a place where forest paths diverge stands an ancient apple tree. One side bears the silver apples of the moon, the other the golden apples of the sun. You can pass beneath these boughs to take either the dark path or the light path. There is an allure to both of these paths, with positive and negative aspects to each. Your choice is not obvious. The Wise Woman sits among the apple roots in this liminal place between possible futures. She won't make decisions for you, but she can help you decide for yourself. Skilled in the old ways, the Wise Woman works with her guides and spirits to read the auguries. Gathering up her oracular charms, she casts them upon the cloth, watching them fall into a pattern she understands. Now she meets your gaze, arching an eyebrow with subtle amusement. Do you really want to know your destiny? Yes, you do. You wouldn't be here if you weren't ready. The Wise Woman card confirms that there is a core of deep knowing within you, but you may need spiritual guidance to access it. Wisdom takes time, devotion, patience, and above all, willingness to accept and commit to the path you choose. The Wise Woman doesn't argue with oracles, and neither should you. Just read the signs. They are everywhere. The Wise Woman, meaning at a glance, wisdom, spirituality, and mysticism. Oracle advice, seeing the unseen, lifting the veil. A closer look. The Wise Woman wears a necklace of amber and jet, which invokes the energies of light and dark, day and night, illumination and mystery. Very beautiful. The next energy coming in is the Keeper of Boons. You might guess that the Keeper is the Kings. While the Keeper of Challenges wants you to solve your own problems, the Keeper of Boons will solve it with you, or more likely for you. That's funny because she was the Queen of Swords, Queen of Challenges. And here we have the King of Boon, the Keeper of Boons. He's the King of Pentacles. So he's there to help us. I love it already. Okay, so let me say that again. While the Keeper of Challenges wants you to solve your own problems, the Keeper of Boons will solve it with you, or more likely for you. This wizard's magical energy is protective, gathering, sheltering. He will rescue you from the scary forest, feed you, tuck you in, kiss you goodnight, and see you on your way in the morning, all calmly and with a sense of humor. He is also a master of crystal lore and all manner of earthly treasures. He puts these to good use, making magical tools and jewels attuned to the user's needs. Seek him out when you need some fatherly support. If this card doesn't represent a particular person, it can signify that material help is at hand, as well as practical advice that should be heeded. This may be a good time to ask for a loan or a raise. Character traits: values home, history, tradition, and family. Warm, jolly, lusty, and generous. Knows what you need most and how to get it. The shadow traits: overbearing, bulldozes through objections, takes charge unasked, judges how you spend money. Ooh, we don't want to encounter the dark side, the negative aspects of that, so don't pull that in. This sounds like a great card to come in this first week's energy of December, bringing us all a little bit of support and help financially and abundance and joy and help. Let's all connect to that energy. The next energy coming in is the Eight of Challenges, and it is reversed. A woman is surrounded by vicious thorns that suddenly grow and engulf her. She has scratches and there is blood on her clothes, but she is not badly wounded as yet. The scratches and tears in her garments are from her initial frenzied struggle to get free of the trap. She doesn't know which way to turn. Every obvious direction is dangerous. She knows she can't stay there and be destroyed by the magical thorns. With no ability to think things through, she falls into denial, refusing to look at the situation or find a solution to her entrapment. This card signifies a situation that should not be endured, but you may find it hard to imagine anything better. Panicking and flailing around will only do more damage. Use your head to analyze the challenge and overcome it. There is a way out. It is time to open your eyes, let go of denial, and banish the idea that you are a helpless victim. Meaning at a glance: feeling trapped, denial, passivity, victimization, lack of direction. The magical thorns appear in several other challenge cards, some in unexpected places. See how many you can find. That's interesting. Okay, so the swords, the challenges are the swords cards. So this is representing our thoughts. Just like thoughts and like these thorns that are just kind of coming at her from all over the place. She kind of doesn't even seem to know where they came from. That can happen to a lot of us, especially during this time of so many holidays, so many celebrations, so many gatherings. It's also the time of the end of the year where everybody's trying to wrap things up and get ready for the next year. So a lot of things definitely will have us all spinning out on a whole bunch of different thoughts. It's just take time, take a moment, be calm, and then address those thoughts. See if they're valid, deal with them as you can. There's a lot of think, don't struggle. Just give it a moment. Allow the thoughts to relax and then just move forward as best we all can, one day at a time. Because it asks us to look for other thorns and other thought things that came up, that was this Weaver of Challenges. She's a master of intellect. So channel that mastery and you can definitely clear up the situation with all of these crazy thoughts just coming out of the blue. The next card, the Black Shuck. This is a Major Arcana card and it is reversed. As I read this, this is the traditional death card, which means usually transformation. Something is ending and you're on your way to a new beginning. And that could have been what a lot of these thoughts were. Hopefully we're on the other side of that transition, or you haven't done the transition and you're fighting it, which could also be what all of these thoughts are. So let's see what it says. Of the otherworldly beings that dwell in the woods, few are as fearsome as Black Shuck, for he is a portent of death. Is your heart beating a little faster now? He is one of the spectral hounds who roam the earth, haunting the bleakest moors and the darkest forests. You may have heard him clawing and whining at your very door. Now he meets you among the gravestones, illuminated by lightning flashes. Don't worry, he won't harm you. Black Shuck comes not to take your life, but as a memento mori, a reminder that death awaits you and life is not to be wasted. Look into his fiery eyes. Let him know you understand his message. If you have the courage, extend a cautious hand and feel his cold breath. He knows your scent, and he will find you again. Sooner or later, Black Shuck comes for all of us. When Black Shuck appears, take it as a sign that you need to prioritize what is important to you and release what no longer serves you. The card rarely means a physical death, but don't run away from that interpretation either. Sit with it for a while. All things pass in their proper time, and making friends with Black Shuck will lessen unwarranted fears. Meaning at a glance, the knowledge that time is finite, change, evolution, release of the old to make way for the new, making peace with an ending. A closer look. As you stand in the misty graveyard, you can just make out some of the designs on the weathered old stones. What would you want on your own? Oh, that is probably one of the darker death card interpretations that I've seen in a while. The Black Shuck at the end of this first week's energy of December, and then again seeing this 8 of challenges and all these thoughts. Channel this mastery of intellect. Take your time and energy coming into this month. Protect yourself. Know that a lot of information is coming in. Know that the wise woman is here to help you process that information. Every thought creates the reality that you want, and that's what she's telling you. You choose. You have free will to choose your own path, your own journey. And this Keeper of Boons will be there and meet this beautiful energy of support. Just love and support, and hold that energy as you process whatever these thoughts are. I like the fact that it is reversed because I feel like those thoughts, you've released them. And also I like the energy of the death card in the reverse. Hopefully not as the fighting the changes, but welcoming them and starting that rebuilding of the new you, especially as we're going towards the end of this year, December, and then going into the next week as we finish up 2025. The next week, we start with the 10 of challenges. An aged knight sits weeping, his faithful steed at his side. He is racked by despair and defeat. Many long years he has quested in this forest, pursuing a mythical beast who became his life's obsession. Along the way, he fought bravely with countless other knights, never shrinking in service to causes of righteousness and nobility. But relentless time has claimed him at last. All the fight has left him, and the beast has not been seen for a very long time. The old knight's sword and helm are battered and rusted. His quest is over. Perhaps it was mad to begin with. When this knight appears to you, take it as a message that it's time to face reality, cut your losses, and decide where to go from here. In a way, it can be a relief. This is as bad as it gets. You don't need to fight anymore or pursue an impossible dream. You get to lay down your sword and walk away. You can't win, but you are also done losing. Meaning at a glance: defeat, surrender, ruin, the death of a dream, give up and move on. A closer look. The knight's helm bears a feather from the white raven, but that ally has flown. Whew. The 10 of swords, 10 of challenges is the 10 of swords. And that is death by thoughts. It is truly just a whole lot of thoughts that are taking this person down. So this could have been an overwhelming amount of information and not ready to release it, maybe. And if you don't clear up that energy there, it's going to follow you into the next week. And that's where this person is literally defeated. The 10 is also completion and expansion. So you can continue to expand on these thoughts and continue to let them defeat you, or you can finally just let them go. Like the energy that's available to you to let it go, allow that to happen for you and release thoughts. They're just thoughts. They could be worries, but their worries are just also thought. So try your best to let that go and come into the rest of this next week's energy, because see how this was all lingering. And let's jump in with this next energy, the child of challenges. The child of challenges is lost in the woods. She doesn't waste time berating herself or others for this predicament, nor does she indulge in tears or panic. She takes a deep breath, finds a dry place to sit, and considers her options. She knows that 5 minutes spent thinking things through are far better than 5 minutes of running wildly in all directions. She remains calm and alert, mentally retracing her steps. If this card does not represent a particular person, it can mean the approach of a more difficult time and a need to plan and prepare. Character traits: cleverness, quickness of mind, ability to focus, love of learning, fondness for study, good in an emergency, honest. The shadow traits: a tendency to overthink and obsess, argumentative, very argumentative, always knows best, sets impossible standards for herself, can be tactless. Those sword thoughts. I like that this is a moment of pause in the thinking of whatever all these thoughts were, and tapping into that inner wisdom to really process it and find your way out of this predicament and into a better story, a better energy. The 10 of Boons. The forest seems endless. You've been walking all day and into the evening. Hungry, tired, discouraged, you push yourself just a bit farther, hoping to find some shelter from the night air. And then you hear music, yes, and laughter, the sweetest sound a lonely wanderer ever heard. Following it, you come to a gathering hall filled with light and warmth and friendly faces. You are welcomed as kin by forest folk, for whom hospitality is second nature. Food and drink are put before you, and you are invited to tell your tale. Your heart fills with grateful relief. You found more than a night's shelter. You found your tribe. Community is a basic human need, one that we've sadly gotten away from in these modern times. This card says that your tribe, your clan, your kin awaits your arrival, or perhaps you are the welcoming one. And the gathering hall is right where you are. As the last of the boons cards, the 10 reminds you that the greatest boon of all is like-minded fellows who stand by you in good times and bad. Meaning at a glance: a warm welcome, community, hospitality, kindred, and extended family. A closer look. That huge Irish wolfhound is not supposed to be under the table. Be ready to catch hold of the dishes if he decides to stand up. This card, it's such a beautiful story coming from this lost in thought to using your intellect to get yourself to a better place. And this better place is right there as soon as you change. As soon as you change this mindset, you're just fully supported. You're fully supported. And love and abundance is right there for you. The next energy coming in, the 8 of Spells. A parliament of owls incoming, zooming through the forest with sureness of purpose. They carry messages of magical portent. Some travel at the bidding of the enchanter himself, but anyone can ask an owl to carry a message. The owl will decide if it wants to or not. If you have been sent an owl before and didn't heed its message, you may be left to your own devices from then on. Owls do not carry trivial missives. Crows are happy to do that. So when you see an owl headed your way, straighten up and prepare to receive it with respect. The appearance of the owls in a reading signifies news is on the way. It also means that energy is increasing for an endeavor to which you apply your full will and intention. Things are speeding up and moving toward a positive conclusion or reward. Watch the skies. Meaning at a glance. News and incoming messages. Swiftness, aiming toward a goal. A closer look. This parliament has 2 tawny owls, 1 little owl, 1 short-eared owl, and 2 barn owls. The formal name for this short-eared owl is Asio flammeus, which is also how you summon an owl. That's cute. I love owls. The 8 of Spells would traditionally be the Wands card in tarot, and the 8s represent limitations, interference, a hard task, or a difficult life lesson. But the cards in the 8s tell you an action to resolve whatever the difficulty or challenge that arised. And this one is to move quickly, act quickly. The Keeper of Visions is the next energy, another king. The Keeper of Visions is a shape-shifting wizard whose Piscean aspect embodies ancient salmon wisdom. Legend has it that the salmon is the oldest of all creatures and has memories reaching back to the beginning of the world. In fish form, his cooler emotions allow for compassionate detachment. On land, his kind heart can overflow into grief at the world's cruelty. On the whole, he prefers to observe events from a distance rather than getting directly involved. His motto is, look below the surface. Seek him out when you need counsel on mystical matters. If this card doesn't represent a particular person, it can mean a time of withdrawing from emotional turmoil and seeking peace. The situation may benefit from meditation. Character traits. Contemplative rather than active, calm, wise, compassionate, not easily flustered, charitable, emotionally stable, faithful in love. The shadow traits, too emotionally detached, neutral to a fault, moody, avoids conflict and confrontations, puts the hard emotional duties on others. So, being a fish in water, you might have guessed that the visions refers to cups. So this would be the King of Cups. King of Cups, master of their emotions. So that might be the advice coming in here is tap into those heartfelt emotions. That's where you'll welcome love and do this quickly and channel that mastery of your emotions to create and manifest the life that you want. We end this second week of December with the wide world. And here you are, back at the portal. The lessons of the forest and all your experiences therein have brought you to this place. The white heart is here, reminding you that enchantment doesn't end at the woodland's edge. In the forest, you can only see a little way ahead of you. In the wide world, you can see much farther. The sweet, open meadows, the misty hills, the twisting roads, the vast sky, and the cloud castles. Other forests await with fresh visions and new challenges, stronger spells, and greater boons. As a wayfaring animal said once upon a time, reported by Mr. Kenneth Graham in The Wind in the Willows, take the adventure, heed the call, now, ere the irrevocable moment passes. 'Tis but a banging on the door behind you, a blithesome step forward, and you are out of the old life and into the new. One cycle ends, and the next begins. This is a positive card, not a disruptive ending, as with the Folly card. This is a card of destiny, following the council of animals where you assessed your progress and aligned it with your greater purpose in life. You've done what you needed to do, even if you are not completely cognizant of it yet. It is time to look forward. It is time to look toward new horizons. Meaning at a glance, completion, wholeness, seeing the big picture, connection to the world. A closer look. There is a sacred Tor not too far away. Go there first and walk the spiritual path to the standing stones. From there, you can look back on your forest journey. Wow, that was gorgeous. I'm going to pull an oracle card from Goddess Guidance Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue, PhD. I set the intention for clarity on this first 2 weeks reading of December for the collective. Just one card. One card. Oh, I see it. Leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Message from Anya. Procrastinating about your dreams won't make them go away. Neither will it make them happen. Indecision is the death of the soul's burning passion to improve, grow, and learn. Don't worry about making a wrong decision. Instead, worry about making no decision at all. Then take time to pray, meditate, investigate, research, go on nature walks, and make your own decision. Once made, the universal energies will immediately support your decision, and doors will successively open as if by magic. The magic you see is that you've set your mind to accomplish something, and this intention is what sets you on your magical journey. Trust that the universe will support you in all ways. Trust that your intention is clear and right for you. And then take a leap of faith and jump fully into the midst of putting your dreams into action. Don't hesitate or delay a moment longer. Okay, wow, that's really synchronistic with every card. So it's basically following your passion. Trust whatever it is that your heart wants and just start. Even if you don't know which direction you're going in, this wise woman, she's going to help you by helping you to understand. She wants you to meditate. The wise woman wants you to meditate. So by doing that, you will tap into your own inner knowing that will lead you to this King of Boons. And don't get caught up if you think you've made the wrong decision. Just let it go. Take a moment and recenter yourself. Maybe go back and meditate and follow your heart, and that will lead you to this beautiful 10 of Boons. And don't stop. Just keep going, keep moving towards your dreams. And there's another king here, this King of Cups, also master of emotions. Follow that all the way to the wide world. This is where we're all headed. This is all the potential, this amazing life, and we create that. Take risk and follow your heart's desire and take action towards whatever that is for you. Wow, that was beautiful. Beautiful reading. Again, this is just an energy reading for the collective energies that are going to be influencing all of us. And like I said at the beginning, it's kind of like a weather report, and apply all of these beautiful energies that are going to be swirling around all of us to tap into and channel that information in respect to all the areas of your life, your love life, your friendships, your career, your hobbies, your travel, anything. Just beautiful energies, and how you can make this December first 2 weeks really amazing for yourself. Thank you again so much, and please like and subscribe and share. It really helps the channel, and I will see you in the next video, which will be the last 2 weeks of December, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.